Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Chairman Tortorisi. Cayuga County is tonight positioned to take advantage of local renewable energy resources to stimulate economic development and to protect our environment. For the last 5 years, Cayuga Renewable Energy LLC, Cornell University, and Cayuga County have studied the feasibility of constructing an array of anaerobic digesters on dairy farms throughout the southern half of the county, connected by an extensive biogas pipeline totaling approximately 40 miles. The project envisions using biogas derived from southern Cayuga County's numerous dairy farms, with Cayuga County and its Public Utility Service Agency, CAPUSA, participating in the development of a biogas pipeline to deliver clean, renewable energy to the county IDA site for economic development purposes. The primary project goals for the community: encourage continued economic growth, lessen the negative impact of farms on county residents, example, farm-based odor, non-point source pollution, and reduce the environmental footprint. Goals for the region's dairy industry: provide greater flexibility in manure handling and nutrient management, reduce odor associated with manure storage and land application, and allow a sustainable number of animals per unit of land area with less environmental impact. Goals for local industry: gain access to sustainable, renewable energy at a reasonable cost. The scope of the project: conceivably, there could be as many as 10 or more anaerobic digesters on the pipeline system. Manure from the farms would be processed in on-farm anaerobic digesters, and the resultant biogas pumped via pipeline to the Cayuga County Industrial Development Agency site, an area designated for large economic development projects. There, a combined heat and power system of generators would convert the biogas into electricity and scrub some portion to a natural gas replacement energy source called biomethane, and heat as a byproduct of the cogeneration system could also be utilized for sale. Cayuga Renewable Energy dairy farmers would finance, own, and operate the anaerobic digesters on their farms. And Cayuga County, through its Public Utility Agency, would which has the legal authority to buy, sell, and distribute power within the county, would own the biogas pipeline, purchase the biogas from the participating dairy farms, sell it to local businesses, and offer it as an inducement to bring manufacturing firms, particularly agricultural processing facilities, to the county IDA site. This opportunity will be attractive to manufacturing firms interested in reducing their carbon footprint, utilizing local renewable energy sources, and who wish to be seen as green. Progressive local economic development is necessary to attract new businesses, retain existing businesses, create and save jobs, and adds dramatically to the county tax base. The county's support and development of this biogas pipeline project, in partnership with members of Cayuga Renewable Energy, paves the way for significant and sustainable economic development. By that I mean sustainable economic development often utilizes existing assets to create new assets. For the Cayuga County Renewable Energy Project, our prestigious and successful dairy industry is the existing asset we hope to tap. The county's dairy industry is extremely important to this county. In 2009, Cayuga County had the second largest annual milk production in the state. There are currently 156 dairy farms, as of 2007, there were 156 dairy farms in Cayuga County. Milk, cows, and production of milk in Cayuga County in 2009, annual average milk cows 31,800, annual milk production 84,500,000 gallons, and in 2007 the sale of milk, including other dairy products, equaled approximately $140 million annually in Cayuga County. In 2007, for all farms in Cayuga County, there were 1,512 hired farm workers with an annual payroll of $22,232,000. Last but not least is a rural character that is associated with Cayuga County farming. Revenue as sales tax, as well as other tourism-based income, is a significant economic asset to the county and would not occur but for the pastoral setting that can only exist in a community when agriculture is significantly present. Protecting our natural resources will help to ensure a stable local economy and a pristine environment. There are challenges and issues facing dairy farmers, and many of you in the room know all about that. Manure management is one of those problems. And it is the combination of environmental and economic development benefits that make this project so powerful. And from an environmental point of view, manure management is the key to the kingdom. Management of manure improves the viability, efficiency, and sustainability of the county's dairy industry. Management of manure on the county's dairy farms is directly related to county watershed management efforts and water resource security. Environmental concerns from agriculture are a high priority in this project because it is sited in two watersheds, Owasco Lake and Cayuga Lake, that provide primary drinking water for surrounding communities. If the manure from the potential cows along the planned pipeline is anaerobically digested each year, there is a greenhouse gas reduction equivalent to 178,660 tons of CO2 annually. That is equivalent to the annual emissions from approximately 31,000 passenger vehicles, 18 million gallons of gas, 376,000 barrels of oil, the electricity used in 19,500 homes, and 845 rail cars full of coal. This county's farmers are the primary line of defense to protect our environment from serious degradation. Anything the county can do to assist this stewardship effort is important. This project would have a profound impact on the protection of our natural resources, including the reduction of non-point source pollution, preventing pollutant loading of our streams and lakes, improving air quality, and generally enhancing the quality of life for all county residents. Manure management strategies, anaerobic digesters, the technology. Digesters break down biodegradable material utilizing manure and substrates to produce biogas. The potential of manure application to farm land to pollute ground and surface water sources is reduced when the manure undergoes anaerobic digestion. Anaerobic digestion of manure can substantially reduce non-point source pollution. Anaerobic digestion and nutrient management plans allow farmers the opportunity to transport manure nutrients to the fields where they are most needed and when the crops need them most. In the past, manure could be handled through daily spreading on crop fields, which can cause water pollution from pathogens and nutrient loading during wet and winter weather, or through the long-term storage of manure in lagoons and other storage facilities, which can cause odor and pest issues. The anaerobically digested solids are stable, odorless, and have reduced pathogens, which makes it easier to store than raw manure. These solids also contain most of the phosphorus in the manure, and these can be applied to the land, used for animal bedding, composted, or exported from the area. A high proportion of the nutrients remain in the liquid portion, which can be used as a liquid fertilizer. The capture and reuse of nutrients reduces the farm's dependence on inorganic fertilizers, thus reducing the cost to the farmer to purchase the fertilizer and the impact of production and trucking of those fertilizers, as well as bringing nutrients in and changing the county phosphorus balance. The status of current anaerobic digester development in Cayuga County. Currently, there are 4 dairy manure-based anaerobic digesters in operation: the Patterson Farm, Sunnyside Farms, Roach Dairy Farm, and the Aurora Ridge Dairy. And another 3 are expected to begin construction quite soon. Millions of private dollars have already been invested by local dairy farmers, with significantly more investment to come. Farms currently using digester technology use their biogas to power farm-based generators to provide the electrical needs on the farm, thereby reducing their energy expenses. Currently, agricultural entities are limited in the amount of electricity they can net meter per year. Net metering enables customers to use their own electrical generation to offset their consumption over a billing period by allowing their electric meters to turn backwards when they generate electricity in excess of their demand. Depending on the quantity of biogas produced by each farm, the current ceiling for net metering may not allow for the utilization of the farm's surplus biogas to be net metered, thereby resulting in a loss of potential revenue to the farmer. At present, the output of biogas in the county's existing anaerobic digesters is underutilized. That is, although the dairy farmers who currently operate anaerobic digesters do generate electricity for on-farm use, they do not have an outlet for surplus biogas, and thus have no alternative but to flame off their excess biogas, resulting in a loss of revenue and a diminished return on their investment in this technology. Furthermore, the addition of CO2 into the atmosphere by the flaming of biogas is not conducive to greenhouse gas reduction. Anaerobic biodigesters have a profound implication on the future necessity and the national priority issues that are in the news today. America's natural resources are being depleted. New methodologies for energy generation must replace our traditional use of fossil fuels as the amount of carbon dioxide continues to increase in the atmosphere, thereby contributing to the greenhouse effect. Given this, it is a stated national priority to reduce our carbon footprint, and we can if we increase our production of clean, renewable energy from technologies such as anaerobic digesters. New York State has mandated goals for its use of renewable energy. The New York Public Service Commission adopted a renewable portfolio standard in January 2010 with a renewables target of 30% of state electricity consumption by 2015. As an educational resource, the locating of the combined heat and power equipment on the CCIDA site, a critical component of this project, that's BOCES site, which is contiguous to our site, which is contiguous to the county Cayuga Onondaga BOCES site, provides the potential to provide renewable energy at a reasonable cost to the BOCES campus and to give BOCES students hands-on experience maintaining the generating and gas scrubbing equipment as well as other infrastructure. It is important that we provide the educational resources to develop the expertise to maintain renewable energy infrastructure if we are to incorporate significant use of green power in our county and in the United States in the future. The whole of the United States is watching our progress on this particular project, including the Washington, D.C. offices of USDA, the Department of Energy, NYSERDA, and many other agencies. USDA in particular has a grand plan for anaerobic digesters nationwide with the goal of one new digester becoming operational each week. Given that goal, there are currently a number of grant programs within USDA and other agencies which we recently discussed in a conference call with senior staff at USDA headquarters in Washington, D.C. They're working closely with us to foster our receipt of these grant opportunities. They know that the model we are trying to implement can become a nationwide template for dairy farm sustainability and for environmental protection. The project goal is to maximize the use of local energy resources, and the Cayuga County Public Utility Service Agency is the vehicle designed to do so. We already have strong county support for Local Law 6, which established the county's Public Utility Service Agency in 2005. CAPUSA is designated to benefit the public good. As such, it has the ability to utilize its municipal authority to facilitate the construction of infrastructure, that would be biogas pipelines, transmission lines, etc., and has a legal authority to purchase, distribute, and sell energy to diverse end users. CAPUSA, as an agency of the county, has been and is a willing and able partner to the county dairy industry. 5 years of planning have already occurred between Cayuga Renewable Energy and the county to facilitate this project. CAPUSA and Cayuga Renewable Energy need each other for this project to succeed. The dairy farms have a vested interest in installing anaerobic digesters for purposes of cost effectiveness, income generation, and improved viability, efficiency, and sustainability of farm operations. The county has a need to promote economic development at its IDA site and to secure its environmental security. From a local point of view, we are now faced with a transformational economic development opportunity. The availability of electricity, natural gas, and heat from local renewable sources will make the CCIDA site attractive to businesses interested in relocation and startup. It is expected that the site will be particularly attractive to agricultural processing plants and manufacturing firms, high employment types of industries. With reasonably priced renewable energy available at the IDA site, we believe that businesses will be more interested in locating there. We also believe that once particular industries locate at the site, especially those such as milk processing and value-added manufacturing facilities, other spin-off companies will want to locate there as well, and with them will come opportunities for profitable business synergies. Energy locally produced, harnessed, and delivered means just that. Cayuga County is in a position to be in control of its economic development future and its environmental security and sustainability through use of its local natural resources.